Potential future impacts. Picture his administration doubling down on the policies that shaped his first term. The economic landscape was ripe for change. First off, let's talk tax policy and deregulation. Trump was always a proponent of lower taxes, particularly for corporations and high-income earners. During his presidency, he pushed for significant tax cuts, notably the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. For businesses, this meant more capital to invest, potentially leading to job creation. But here's the flip side. While corporations thrived, the average worker often felt left out, as the wealth gap continued to widen. And deregulation? We saw a resurgence in energy and manufacturing sectors, with fewer restrictions that attracted investment. Sounds great, right? But what about the environment? The balance between economic growth and sustainability was a tightrope walk that wasn't easily navigated. Then there's trade. We all remember the tariffs and the trade war with China. His hardline policies aimed to bring manufacturing back to the US. The idea of fair trade sounded appealing, but it led to higher prices for imported goods. So, while some domestic industries benefited, consumers ended up paying the price at the checkout line. Now let's switch gears to energy and the environment. Trump's love for fossil fuels was no secret. Rolling back environmental regulations to boost domestic oil and gas production led to lower energy costs in the short term. That was a win for certain states, but it raised questions about our long-term commitment to renewable energy. Were we sacrificing our future for immediate gains? And what about federal spending and the national debt? Infrastructure spending was often a talking point, but with the national debt ballooning, how did he balance that? We saw some ambitious infrastructure projects, but with less focus on reducing spending, we might have been digging ourselves into a deeper hole. Immigration policy was another hot topic. Stricter immigration policies aimed to protect American jobs, but they also led to labor shortages in industries that relied heavily on immigrant workers. Think agriculture and construction. If those sectors couldn't find enough workers, we saw wages rise, but at what cost? Higher prices for consumers. Let's not forget about the Federal Reserve. Trump was never shy about voicing his opinions on interest rates. His influence over the Fed led to pressure to keep rates low to stimulate growth. But with inflation continuing to be a concern, it created a real tug-of-war between growth and stability. And finally, the impact of external events. Global conflicts and shifting alliances shaped Trump's economic policies. Prioritizing U.S. interests led to a reduction in foreign aid, which affected global stability and trade dynamics. So, in a nutshell, Trump's first term meant a mix of pro-business, protectionist policies that boosted domestic production and labor markets, but also led to long-term challenges. It's a complex puzzle, and the pieces were influenced by global conditions and the delicate balance between short-term gains and long-term stability. The question is, are we ready for the potential future impacts of these policies? If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.